How websites work. You open your browser, type in a website, and within a second a full page appears. Text, images, videos, maybe a few ads quietly competing for your attention. It all feels instant, but behind that simple click is a chain of events involving servers, networks, and a surprising amount of coordination. Your computer has to find the website, request the content, receive data, and then build the page you see on screen. All of this happens in a fraction of a second. So today we are going to walk through how websites actually work, step by step, from typing a URL to seeing a finished page. Chapter 1: What a website is. A website is a collection of files stored on a server. These files include text, images, code, and other resources needed to display a web page. The server is simply a computer designed to store and deliver this content to users over the internet. When you visit a website, your device is requesting these files from that server. The server responds by sending the necessary data back to your browser. Chapter 2: The role of a URL. Every website has an address known as a URL, which stands for Uniform Resource Locator. This is what you type into your browser to access a specific site. For example, when you type a website name, your computer needs to figure out where that website is located on the internet. This is similar to looking up an address before visiting a location. The URL tells your browser what resource to request and where to find it. Chapter 3: DNS Lookup. Computers do not actually use website names to communicate with each other. They use IP addresses, which are numerical identifiers. When you enter a URL, your computer performs a DNS lookup. DNS stands for Domain Name System. This system translates the human-readable website name into an IP address. Once your computer has the correct IP address, it knows where to send the request. Chapter 4: Sending the request. After finding the server's IP address, your browser sends a request over the internet. This request asks the server for the specific web page you want to view. The communication usually follows a protocol called HTTP or HTTPS. HTTPS includes encryption to help secure the data being transferred. The request travels through networks and routers until it reaches the server hosting the website. Chapter 5: The server responds. When the server receives the request, it processes it and prepares a response. The server sends back files that make up the web page. These files often include HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML provides the structure of the page. CSS controls the visual styling such as colors and layout. JavaScript adds interactivity and dynamic behavior. Chapter 6: Building the web page. Once your browser receives the files, it begins constructing the web page. It reads the HTML to understand the structure. It applies CSS to style the elements. It runs JavaScript to add functionality. The browser combines all of these pieces to render the final page you see on your screen. This process happens very quickly, often in less than a second. Chapter 7: Static versus Dynamic Websites. Some websites are static, meaning they deliver the same content to every visitor. These pages are pre-built and stored exactly as they will appear. Other websites are dynamic. Dynamic sites generate content based on user input or stored data. For example, a social media site shows different content depending on the user. Dynamic websites often rely on databases and server-side code to generate pages in real time. Chapter 8: Databases and Backend Systems. Many websites store information in databases. A database is a structured collection of data such as user accounts, posts, or product listings. When you interact with a website, the server may query the database to retrieve or update information. This process happens behind the scenes and is part of what is called the backend. The backend handles logic, data storage, and processing that users do not directly see. Chapter 9: Speed and Content Delivery. Websites are designed to load quickly. To improve performance, many sites use content delivery networks, or CDNs. A CDN stores copies of website content on servers located around the world. When you request a web page, the system delivers data from a nearby server rather than a distant one. This reduces loading time and improves the user experience. To wrap up, websites work through a series of coordinated steps between your browser and remote servers. When you enter a URL, your computer uses DNS to find the server's IP address. It sends a request using HTTP or HTTPS, and the server responds with files that make up the web page. Your browser then processes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build the final page. Behind the scenes, databases and back-end systems may generate dynamic content. Technologies like content delivery networks help ensure that pages load quickly and efficiently. Together, these systems allow websites to deliver information almost instantly across the internet. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.